This is the final project presentation for the hackathon, and what I have used is just Cerebrus Inference API, and mostly my application revolves around how we can manipulate the chat completions endpoint. Now the one thing that I did was out of ordinary is I didn't use the Cerebrus Inference API directly. Instead, what I did is I created an automation of n8n and provided a abstraction layer on the Cerebrus API. So this is how it looks like. We have a webhook which will call the HTTP request, and this is where the Cerebrus Inference API is being called. So if we open this node, this is the completion Cerebrus API, and we are using Lava model over here. Now this is really useful because it provides us a single place from where we can manipulate our API, and a single place from where we can actually update it in a more easier way. And also there are multiple locations that we are using Cerebrus Inference API. For example, here as well we have the Cerebrus API. It's majorly for the interview generation. And also, let's just say that we execute this workflow, and in the postman, this is how the post request will look like. This is the resume URL, and it should be in PDF. Now if I hit send over here, you will see that this is generating the result. The extract from the operation is how the inference of the Cerebrus is working behind the scene. In the end, what we'll get is interview generation based on the data that we have collected from the web. So this is the search Google, where we are collecting data from different web locations, the metadata. And if you look over here, then the postman is also generating correct result. And this is not just a single way we can generate this. Even if we try to execute the workflow again, then there is one more thing. We can provide a custom way. Without any resume, the user can write the job title and job description. We can send the data, and this time it will go towards this download location. So this is actually how it's going to be. But not only that, I have also integrated it inside a website. So this is where we are calling the n8n URL endpoint. And if I show you, then this is this is how the website looks like. User can log in. I have already logged in. They can go to the dashboard and create their interview. They can start their interview, and the interview will look something like this. So we can start the interview, and this will take some time. So there are going to be 10 questions, and based on that we are going to get feedback too, and this feedback is also being generated by our n8n workflow. So if we look over here, then this is the feedback generation, and here also we are using the completion API of the Cerebrus. Now what one thing that I looked over Cerebrus that attracted my attention is, if we look over here, then I have this unused nodes. These nodes are of OpenAI model, and when I was using these models, the response time was a lot, like 20 seconds, 25 seconds. If I look over the execution side, and so if we look over there, 17 seconds, and we are 21 seconds, 13 seconds. So these are the responses that were coming from the OpenAI model. But when I integrated the Cerebrus Inference API, they were reduced quite a lot. So it was 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds. It never really went more than 10 seconds. So that is what I really like about Cerebrus API in this, and it is one of the most proud thing that I have implemented in the project. So yeah, this is about the presentation, and I hope it makes a cut in the end. Thank you for watching.